You awake on a cattle car floor. The wooden boards beneath you are worn and dusty from the boots of the people who rode this car before you. The car you are in is hot, and sunlight pours in through slats and holes in the walls. You can hear hoofbeats, and an explosion rocks the train on its tracks. Small arms fire, both incoming and outgoing, can be heard from outside. Laser blasts. No doubt about it. You make your way over to one of the gaps in the wall and look out, and what you see is astounding. Horses. Honest to God horses. With riders wearing leathers, firing rifles and handguns as they strafe the train. You hear hurried footsteps on top of the train moving towards the front, returning fire. The train is shifting speed, trying to outrun the Harriers, but they are keeping pace. Is that? You must have a concussion. You could have sworn you saw a mechanized horse carrying a man in a power armor frame. You hear shouts from the roof back and forth to one another, panicked orders being relayed. A massive blow rattles the cars as they shimmy and shake, and the train seems to slow. No, it's definitely braking.
Retreat!
You hear the cheers of the riders from the outside as the train slows to a stop. The side door of the car slides open, and sunlight floods the room. You see a man with a smile almost as broad as his shoulders. And he says, "Welcome to Kansas."
Hello, Wastelanders, and welcome back to A Few Neutrons More, a Fallout 2D20 live adventure. This is season 2. We're in season 2.
This is it.
This is it. Hello, everyone.
We're back, baby.
And I am so happy to be your overseer. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Look at all these players.
Look at everybody in the chat here hanging out. There's so many friends. We got Fumbles, eScore P, Halo Nerd, Ryan Gale.
Yeah, we got
Y'all came back.
The whole band's back. Band's back
together.
All right. Well, yes, I've introduced myself. Hi, my name is Justin. Previously played Yuri in the last season. This season, I am the overseer. I hope you all watched the Quiet Year episodes and are all caught up and ready to get into this. Let's go around the horn and let's welcome our newest player here, Ryan.
Oh.
Ryan, tell yourself and the character you're going to be playing.
Hello, folks and friends. It's me. I'm Ryan. I'm back. I'm in a different window now on this lovely screen. I'm your former overseer and host here at War Games News Radio. If you're watching here from season 1, then you'll be very familiar with myself or any of the Battle Report stuff we have on the channel as well. If you're brand new, then I am going to be playing the character of Mr. Microwave. I'm a Mr. Handy variant X493452, and I was once the property of one Stephen Long, an explorer and holotape aficionado, an artist who's graced the screens of many actors. And he's had many adventures in his time. And after encountering the lovely Fistful of Neutrons gang, my story changed somewhat. And I landed in the town of Longmount. And now I'm here, ready for a new adventure.
Excellent. Let's rotate over to Grant. Grant, tell us about your recurring character here.
Yeah, Grant is Grant. Grant the Rifleman. Rifleman's had a bit of a long walk through this dusty wasteland, but life got a lot better when he got in line with some ragtag bunch of happy-go-lucky travelers with a bit of a sense of purpose. So Grant is very excited as the riflemen to see what might lay ahead of us and to be sentimental about that which lay behind.
Awesome. And Raj, fill us in on who you're going to be playing today.
Well, Raj, first time, long time. No, coming back. You're getting Johnny Classic.
Classic.
The Johnny, the Johnny you know, the Johnny you love, and maybe he finds out a few more things about himself that he didn't quite know in the days behind them. Looking forward to exploring a new area, not only physically and geographically on the map, but also with these characters and seeing how things how the dynamic shifts with our newest party member swapping in. So really excited to see where the season goes.
Absolutely. He's back. He's ready. He's focused. He's sharp. And I'm sure that no mistake will happen this season. Not a single mistake. Amazing. Again, a huge thank you to everyone tuning in. Like always, we wouldn't be anywhere without our fans. So thank you so much, Escorpi, Les D's. We've got Gallon back. Who else do we see here? RC Walker, Fumbles in the chat. Devin Shipwreck. Thank you so much to everyone that has come out for this live show. We love you and appreciate you so much. And to celebrate this new season, we have a giveaway for you guys. So I'm actually going to throw that back to Ryan for the details. So Ryan, why don't you tell us about this giveaway that we're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. If you've been following along with the our social media channels and all that kind of fun stuff, or over on our Discord, which you can find links to all that down below, you will be hip to the giveaway that we got going on here. We've got some whole smattering of things. We've got some, I'll show you an example one here, an exclusive Modifius ModCon objective marker, good for any number of tabletop games. We've got a plethora of these to supply with you, as well as, not this one because this one's mine and you can't have it, but one very much like it, a WGNR crafting and or baking apron. I mean, mainly crafting is what I use mine in, but I could, if I bake some cookies, I could do it in this too. So get one of these. And I was thinking maybe we throw some other fun merch in there too. Make it a merch prize pack. Winter is coming. So why don't we throw away, what do you say, a mug and a toque in that bad boy as well?
Yeah, let's do a mug and a toque as well.
Let's do a mug and a
toque. There is a caveat to that. Whoever wins has to send us some photos of them repping our gear, crafting and or baking, and enjoying a warm, toasty beverage in our mug or something.
All at the same time in one photo.
You got to be painting, drinking, the whole thing.
We've already got some entries, lots of entries actually already in through all the social media campaigns that we've got going. But if you want to get in on that as well, then throw in the exclamation point prize pack in the chat, and we'll add them all up and put you on the spinning wheel of doom when we come back from our halftime break. And you can win some swag. So there you go. Put exclamation point prize pack in the chat and come back after halftime to win some stuff.
Yes. So this is obviously episode 1 of season 2 of our live play campaign. And a huge thank you and shout out to Modifius. We are using their Fallout 2D system. And they have supported us like crazy in this endeavor. So we always want to say thank you to Modifius. We are also once again raising funds for the humanitarian efforts in Ukraine. That whole situation has not stopped, even though we have been on break. So this is charity run through Project Hope and has already brought in more than $15,000. And all donations up to $300,000 will be matched. So every little bit helps. If you got a few extra shekels in your pocket, throw them Project Hope's way. You've helped us raise $1,900 before the matching. So that's bananas. And we're all floored by your generosity. Hoping we can reach our new goal of 2,500 before the end of the season. So please, if you can, dig deep and donate. Obviously, if you can't, we understand. Times are tough all over. But if you can help, please do. Follow the link in the description of the live chat, and every dollar counts. So even a little bit, it all gets matched. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you can catch up on all the 2D20 action from all the last seasons, as well as Wasteland Warfare, battle reports, crafting videos. Hopefully soon some more Overseer versus Overseer. That was a hell of a lot of
That was
fun.
such a good time, yeah.
You can find all of our links in the social media accounts and our Discord server, I should say, in the description down below. So follow those links and join in. A huge shout out to Fantasy Grounds for setting us up with our Fallout 2D20 virtual tabletop. This has made us playing the game so much more smooth.
So
It's been crazy. It's been great to use. Streamlines everything. So we love that. Thank you so much to Fantasy Grounds. If you want to try out Fantasy Grounds, actually, and I would highly suggest it, click the link in the description. If you buy using our affiliate links, it helps us out as well. And of course, if you like what we do here, please consider joining our Patreon. We have some lovely Patreon supporters, as you saw in the intro there. Got a shout out there. So
gotta give some love to the patrons.
Yes, as little as $3 a month, you can gain some early access to videos and exclusive rewards, and also double entry into any giveaways, future giveaways that we
just like this one
that we have, and a chance to become an immortalized named character in our campaign. So that's awesome. Okay, so before we get into the action, we've got some standard housekeeping to take care of.
So ready.
Oh, so ready. Again, quick warning for all of our viewers. This does exist in the Fallout universe, so there is some content that might not be suitable for all people, with some dark, violent, or sensitive subject matter. We avoid going into any icky, weird places. We just like to go to the fun, weird places. However, you know, this program does contain some violence, drug use, coarse language, and fucking swears. So if you are uncomfortable with any of that, maybe not the show for you, but please stick around and give us a chance to endear ourselves to you. We are lovely, I promise. We're all here to have fun. Yeah, and so I've already introduced everyone, so let's get into it. Welcome
To Kansas.
Yes. You both, you humans, wake up on this cattle car floor and look up a silhouetted figure in the doorway, the sliding doorway to the cattle car. Mr. Handy, you have also been stirred to life, booted back online due to the jostling and explosion. Yeah, and you see a man, backlit, standing proud in front of you with a big smile on his face. He's just welcomed you to Kansas.
Okay, sorry, I was deactivated, you say?
You were deactivated. You have come back online.
Okay, that is curious.
Do I have my weapons on me? Am I armed or am I disarmed? I don't.
You don't have your weapons on you, no. You have your vault jumpsuit and your Pip-Boy.
Rats.
Healthy?
I don't know. Are you healthy? Do you feel any aches, pains? Are you injured in any way?
I no, I'm not.
No, you're not. No, you're good. You're in pretty good shape.
I actually have double hit points than I'm supposed to.
Actually,
where did I
fucking kick ass. You might, Grant Rifleman, you are a little bit slimmer than you were before. You remember, you wake up and your clothes are fitting a little looser. Johnny, you as well. You're a little bit trimmer.
Johnny was pretty trim to begin with.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You're like shredded now. Like every ounce is just boiled off that.
Wow, Johnny's had a great. He's been doing P90X or something in the offseason.
As I like come back on, I like do like a quick like my eyes like start spinning around a bit, and I want to like do like a quick like scan of the area. So we just awokened to the sound of a cacophony on a battle train.
Yes.
As we saw in the cold open there, and now this guy, it's a man. You said has
it's a very tall, large, broad-shouldered, broad-chested, muscular man is standing in the doorway, beaming a smile at you, and he has just said, "Welcome to Kansas." Yeah, Mr. Microwave, you do some quick inventory of your data, your memory banks.
Yeah, yes, please.
And the last thing that you remember is heading into the vault that a distress call had come out of, and now jump cut to you're on this train.
Okay, so
there's a blank period in there.
Okay, thank you very much. I was just going to ask. So the last thing I remember before this was so end of season 1, we got a vault distress call.
Yes.
We traversed to a vault, and now I'm here.
And now you're here. There's
Okay.
Vault
a gap
32, Dodge
in your
City.
memory banks.
Vault 32, Dodge City, Kansas, and now all of a sudden
Train.
we're here. Okay. Well, you're welcome. No, thank you. What is the proper response to welcome? Thank you. No, thank you is you're welcome. I'm sorry, sir. I seem to be a little confused. My memory banks are a little fuzzy. Where in Kansas are we?
He lets out a big laugh, a big hearty bellow, and shouts outside. He's, boys, we got some survivors over here. Maybe give them a hand out. And he kind of looks back. He turns and looks back into the cattle car and says, "You'll probably want to stretch your legs a little bit. We're going to be walking for a while." And he leaves the cattle car door, leaving you guys kind of alone. You hear from the outside people milling around, people moving about, and the now distant, moving away train horn tooting as it gets farther and farther away from you.
So
Survivors of what? What the hell happened?
He kind of stops and, like, again looks back over his shoulder and says, "Well, we rescued you. You're liberated. Congratulations."
Yeah, thanks. But like, you want to elaborate a little bit on that?
I'll explain on the way. Get your houses in order and come meet me outside when you're ready.
This fucking guy.
Speaking of which, so yeah, I'll check my inventory, I guess. So you said we don't have any of our weapons. I am made of weapons.
Yes,
so...
you don't have any flamer fuel right now.
Okay, bummer.
You are made of weapons. You have not been literally disarmed.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But for all intents and purposes, Johnny and Grant, you aren't carrying any of your weapons or any armor. Grant, you still have your hood on. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. And so you said so we've exited this train and now it's begun moving again.
No.
Okay, good.
You can hear a train whistle. Your train cars are not moving.
Okay. This is
Grant, can you give me a survival plus perception check?
Yes.
We're rolling
Survival
difficulty
perception.
1.
Perception.
This is the first roll of the season, everyone. Prepare for the
Roll of
first
season.
roll
Let's see how
of
it
the
goes.
season. Ooh.
Double success. You hear
Nice, 9 and a 7.
You hear the extremely familiar, excited barking of a dog outside.
What?
Yeah. He is excitedly barking.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, we exit the train car.
So when you
Yes.
get to the door of the train car,
Paint me a word picture.
what you see, none of you have ever seen before. Not in the sense that it's spectacular, in the sense that maybe except for Johnny in Vault Tech videos, you've never seen this much green in your life. Like you are on a flat grassland, and it's not green like we would see it in our world right now, but like way more verdant and way more life on it than you guys are used to, even in Colorado. Like, there are trees, the grass seems to be healthy. Like, it's a full-on grassland. And Grant, you look over, and amongst the train cars are kind of derailed, jackknifed on the train tracks behind your car, and you see Duke excitedly playing with some unknown figures. He's jumping. They seem to be feeding him, and they're laughing with him and playing with him.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and trust Dookie Boy's good character judgment and assume that whoever he's playing with is friendly, but I am going to call out and announce ourselves, because I think if Duke thinks they're friendly, I hope that they're not just giving him creepy dog food.
Yeah, as you let out a sharp whistle, and Duke snaps to attention and bounds through the grass like a dog dolphin over to you. Yeah, the grass is about waist high for you guys. Mr. Microwave, you can kind of float over it pretty easily, but like it's tall and it's healthy. The train is a goddamn mess. The train is jackknifed. You've got some fires that are kind of going and being put out by the riders who have now dismounted, and they dismounted from horses, from alive ass horses. There's no 2 heads. There's no 6 legs.
Okay, that was gonna be one of my next questions.
The fur is kind of patchy, and like, you know, they don't have the best coats on them, but they're healthy horses.
I think Mr. Microwave is like floored by this, because I mean he's been around since before the war. Like neither of these guys would probably have ever even seen one. Like I would have remembered when they were real. And like I think I just beeline it for one of these horses. And can I try to gather any information about like its condition, because like it's not irradiated. Like,
tell me first, how quickly are you approaching this horse? Like you said, you beelined it. Are you?
No thought for anything at all. Just like, good gracious, is that a palomino? And just like.
Yeah, as you get, let's say within about 30 feet of this horse, a figure pops up right in front of you with a rifle pointed at your eyes. Your Mr. Handy Face, and goes, "Whoa, hold on there."
I stop floating.
He's wearing a ghillie suit. You did not see him. You didn't see him at all. He just popped up right in front of you. He's wearing a ghillie suit and has his rifle pointed directly at you. He says, "You seem to be a little bit excited there, Robot. Can I help you?"
I'm so sorry. No reason for any violence or looking around any more violence. I'm just rather inquisitive of your steed here. It's been quite some time since I've seen an equine specimen quite such as this.
Equine specimen? No, that's a horse, son.
Oh, of course. A horse is a horse, of course.
Horse is a horse, of course.
Yes.
He didn't say that. Yeah, he stands up tall. He's like, "You're not one of them crazy robots, are you?" And then he kind of like shouts back at Johnny. He's like, "Is this thing yours?"
That's my dear friend, and yes, they are with me.
Okay.
No man's property, sir.
Is it friendly? Am I gonna have to put this thing down?
Mister, you got no more reason to be afraid of him than you're afraid of me.
Yeah, so he kind of like takes his hood down, and you see a 20-something-year-old dude, kind of tanned from the early season sun, stubbly, and he turns around. He says, "Well, I mean, yeah, that's Shirley, my horse. I mean, she's a little bit of a different color than the others, but I love her. Yeah."
I'm just so curious. All the animals that I've encountered in the last 200 years or so have all seen some sort of mutations, but yours seem to be not so much. Would you mind if I just give her a quick diagnostic?
He kind of looks a little bit sideways at you. He goes, what do you mean by that?
Well, sir, among my many programs is some medical abilities. In fact, one could say I have the medic perk, and would like to just quickly, just do a quick physiological scan. Would not be invasive. Not a hair on her head or anywhere else that horses have hair.
Why don't you give me difficulty 1 charisma speech check?
Oh, I gotta talk this motherfucker into giving him a vet check? Okay, all right, let's do it.
He's suspicious of you. You kind of rolling up on his ride, dude.
That's fair.
Can I
That's
heal
fair.
your horse of all its ailments?
Can you get
you?
a hint? Okay, sorry. You want me to do a what? Sorry, a speech check?
Speech charisma check, just a difficulty 1. Nothing.
Okay. Just a difficulty 1 on something. I have a 4 in. Cat, stop complaining. I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. No extra fanciness. I didn't do good. But I didn't critically fail either.
I also believe that you still have your rolls shielded from us.
What? Oh,
We
okay.
can't-
Yeah.
we can't see your
hold on a
rolls.
second. I was a 19 and an 18. My cat is losing her mind.
Oh wow.
Goodbye, Quark.
They weren't good
Fuck.
rolls. I didn't do the thing, guys.
Yeah, he kind of puts his hand out and says, I think you're close enough, but if you want to take some pretty pictures with those fancy eyes of yours, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. He's gonna let me give her I can look now touch.
Yeah, don't look with your eyes, not your hands.
Okay.
Killer pat down.
Fair enough. Okay, could I give her like a quick
Yeah, he walks over with you and starts to
I just want to try to gauge if I can gauge why if this thing's been exposed to any like levels of radiation or anything.
Yeah,
Why it's not
she puts her head down, she's grazing. You notice that there's no saddle on this thing. There are
Okay.
reins, but no saddle. And he walks over and starts petting her neck. And he's kind of not paying attention. If you want to scan her, you can.
Okay. Well, how would you like me to scan this horse?
Give me a
Not a question I thought I'd be asking.
Let's do his custom roll. Let's do a do a science and intelligence plus science roll.
Okay. I am better at this than the other thing. Target number is a bunch. It is a 16. For some reason, you guys can't see my rolls, but they are a 19 and a 7.
Yeah. So you give this thing a scan with your scanners, and you notice that there is a very low level of radiation. Like there's not no radiation.
Okay.
But for all intents and purposes, this mare seems to be healthy. No tumors, no extra gross, no gross mutations. Seems as far as anything in this post-apocalyptic world can be healthy.
Okay.
Let's smash on over to Johnny. Johnny, what are you doing? You stepped out of the wreckage of this train and you've just noticed, there's people milling about, a lot of people moving up and down the train, kind of taking anything that they can off. You notice that guy who had greeted you, kind of walking down the train line ahead of you, probably about 50, 60 feet.
Take a look around. See if I see any people that need assistance. D training or what have you. Because it seems like it's a bit of a mess. So Johnny's looking to see if he can be helpful at all.
Okay, yeah. As you approach one of the cars that they're kind of unloading, you notice one of the heads pop out of a car behind it and say, "Sir, we got a problem over here. You might want to look at this." And the big guy makes his way over and looks in. And the two of them have a brief discussion that you can't quite hear. It's lower, and they're too far away. But then the one guy kind of nods and hops out of the train car and goes running off towards towards a large group of other people on horses.
Yeah, Johnny's gonna go see what's going on because he's nosy.
Yeah, as you approach, the big guy kind of hears you coming and turns around and says, "Well, hold on there. You seem pretty fresh-faced. I don't know if you want to see this. We're gonna torch this car. It's a bit of a grisly scene in there."
Is there anything we need to get out of there before we light it up?
He spits on the ground and he kind of says, "No, there's nothing in there worth anything anymore."
Well, goddamn. Well, I know when to stay and leave well enough alone, so I'll take your word for it, sir.
And yeah, the dude comes running back who went running off, and he has a torch with him and a jerry can of something, and he goes, "Sir," and the big guy gives him a nod, and then you see the big guy kind of close his eyes and his mouth is moving a little bit. Yeah, the younger guy tosses the jerry can and the torch into the car and lights it up. And you see
I hate this.
everybody else kind of continue their work, pulling crates and bags and stuff off the train car. Johnny, why don't you give me a perception plus survival check as well?
Sure thing, boss. One success.
Hey.
Yeah, you hear the sharp whistle of the train, and when you turn around, you can just see a black pillar of smoke moving farther and farther away from you, up on the rail lines. Moving off into the distance.
Oh, that's fun because we as players know a bit about that from the Quiet Year, whereas our characters
Your characters don't know shit about fuck. They just got
Oh,
launched
man.
off a train.
Oh, the cognitive dissonance going on here. It's wild.
We got wrecked and we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
have
dramatic
no idea
irony
what's going
up the wazoo.
What time of day is it again?
You look up in the sky, and the sun is about a third of the way up, so you'd say mid-morning. Coming up to, let's say, 10:30, 11.
And like hot?
Yeah, it's warm. It's like 18, 20 degrees Celsius.
You said that when I booted up, that like I noticed like a gap or of time. Is my like chronometer? Can I tell how much time has passed since then? Like, what's my last known date and what's today?
Yes. Okay. So your last known date, I believe that we stopped the season 1 in late fall.
Yeah. Okay.
So you would have been, let's say, October.
Mm-hmm.
And when you boot up, now you've noticed that it is, let's say, May 4th.
Oh, snap. So it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Okay, I rush over to Grant once my I think like maybe just like my like things are all still booting up, and then just like ding, like download complete. And then it's like, you are 66 days or 6 months since your last cleaning.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and once I figure out like, oh shit, it's been like 6 months, I go over to Grant and say, Mr. Kingsmith, I don't want to alarm you, but I believe that we've either been asleep or something, or, well, I can't quite explain it, but several months have passed since my last memory. That doesn't quite seem right. I can remember everything of the last several hundred years, let alone, but there's a space missing since I can't quite remember since when.
Yeah, for me too, good buddy. Something, sleep, some kind of an effect perhaps, but I reckon you're right. We've been out for a while.
Grant, give me an intelligence plus medicine check.
Alrighty. Not
many.
really one of my strengths.
So
You only need one success for this. Ooh, nothing.
Can I assist him?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
Grant, re-roll 1.
Well, no. So on an assist, I roll on 1 die on my attributes.
Oh, okay.
But you can choose. You can swap it up. It doesn't have to be the same test that he made.
No, it's no. This is fine. Medicine plus intelligence. Absolutely.
Okay. I am once again good at this.
This
so
is fine.
This should work.
This is fine.
1 die, and I fucking third 19 of the game.
Oh,
God.
Get them all out of the way.
You know what? Luck point.
Point.
Luck
Yeah.
point.
Burn a luck point.
We're doing it. I'm re-rolling.
That's what they're there for.
That's what
That's
they're
what
there
it is.
for.
Why-
I don't
that is why
have.
they're there.
I do not have a lot of these. But
Some.
I've got a couple. Hold on.
Some.
I've got at least one. So let's do that. Okay, if it's a fucking 19, I'm gonna lose my 14. That's a success.
Okay.
Oh.
You notice, since Grant is not wearing any of his armor and stuff, his arms are bare. You notice that there are several, and by several I mean probably about a dozen or 2 dozen on both arms, injection sites on Grant's arms.
Oh, do not lie.
What?
Oh.
So, like he's got what appears to be the start of like a low grade infection
Oh.
in the crux of his arms. He's
That's
been
completely-
injected a lot with something.
I relay this
Completely bad.
information.
Yikes. I look at the injection sites and look up at Mr. Microwave. Do you have any idea what this possibly could be?
Grant, you also notice that like you're woozy. You're pretty like
Ooh, I
drowsy.
feel a little woozy.
I'm going to do something that we've never done before, actually. I'm going to spend an action point. I'm going to go in debt to you. There is a mechanic that we just didn't use at all last season where we can spend action points to gain a piece of information from the Overseer following a successful test. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go in debt to you for the first of what will probably be many times.
I'll take it. I'll take that delicious
Okay,
action
so
point.
you're up to 4 now, Overseer action points, and we are down to still none. But I request information, please.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to ask me a very specific question
Okay. Cool.
Let's say- with a yes or no answer. And if I feel like giving you more, I will. Really succinct question.
Yeah. Can I tell what substance he's been injected with?
You would, through context clues, assume that he has been placed under some heavy sedatives for a while.
Okay.
With the weight loss and the track marks, you think he's been heavily sedated.
So it could be likely that he's been unconscious the same way I've been deactivated, as opposed to some sort of memory loss.
I'll give you this. You would think that it's much harder to keep a living organism offline than it is to keep a robot offline.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. All right, I relayed that information. So it appears that you were likely put under in a chemically induced coma, I would imagine, for quite some time. October, November, December, January, March, more than 6 months, closer to a year almost.
Well, that sure feels how I feel right now.
I sort of am woozy. Yeah, I say I can't remember a single flippin' thing.
Yeah, with that, you hear a sharp whistle from the big man. And he calls out, he says, "All right, everyone form up. We're going to get this train moving back to the wheel. You boys," and he points to the two of you, "and your robot, you'll be coming with us. I think that's probably best for you right now." And as he whistles, you notice that a shit ton of these figures pop up from the prairie and make their way over to their horses and kind of
these sneaky people
and mount up. Yeah, they're all wearing some form of ghillie suit or camouflage. And you notice for the first time now, another large man in a power armor frame. And he is riding a thing. He is riding something. And he was positioned in the rear, farther away, but now he's taken a place near the head of this quickly forming procession of horses and people on foot. You also notice that they're lashing crates and various other like boxes, any of the loot and stuff that they could get off the train. They're tying it to horses and mules and stuff.
How many humans are there around? Like how big of a force is this?
It's probably about 60 people, you'd think.
Wow. Okay.
60 people, probably about 20 horses.
Okay.
I would be super worried about what condition Duke is in.
Again, you give Duke some pets and some pats. He's jumping up, super excited to see you.
Yeah.
He came from somewhere else. He wasn't in the train car with you. But you notice he has also lost some weight. But otherwise, he seems happy and healthy. Fur is in good condition. No sign of disease or anything. But yeah, he's skinnier than he was for sure.
No injection sites?
You notice on his paw or on his forearm, there's a shaved patch of fur with a shunt placed in it, a medical shunt.
Okay.
They shouldn't have done that.
They shouldn't have done that. Oh man!
Damn. Okay,
Come
we got
on.
We're on
I
the
had
board.
to-
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that.
You just dog.
So many questions.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, this is not my worst rodeo fall, but it's got to be up there.
Yeah. So
we're more likely to get answers traveling with these folks than we are standing around here.
the big man is near you, and he kind of is eyeballing you, and he kind of says, "All right, fall in line. Let's go."
Okay.
Sir, can you at the very least just tell us, if you can't tell us what in the hell is going on here, can you at least tell us your name?
Oh, me? Oh, well, you hadn't asked anything, but my name is Val.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Val. I'm Mr. Microwave, and this is my these are my companions here, Johnny Bottlecap and the Rifleman, as he's affectionately known in some parts.
He puts his hands on his waist and goes, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Yeah, like I said, my name is Val Maverick, and I guess welcome to Kansas. Like I said, you're in the company of the people of the land now."
It's all
Okay.
coming full circle.
Okay.
Is that there's so many Easter eggs from Quiet Year in here already. I love it. Yeah, we shake hands.
Yeah, for sure. He sticks out a meaty
Okay.
paw and shakes your hand and kind of tips his head towards Mr. Microwave. He says, we're gonna be taking you back to the wheel. There we'll sort out what of this equipment is yours, if you can describe it and tell us what you had on the train, and it's there, then you can take it. There also, we're going to register you with the Coyotes, who's going to be keeping an eye on you while you're in the Kansas territory, while you're in the territory of the people of the land. And then you'll be free to go on your way. You're not prisoners or anything, but we'd very strongly recommend that you accompany us back to the wheel. Seems that you're the only survivors of this train. And the fire from the train car is going behind you.
Yeah. Well, this is sure not all that comfortable a place to spend time. So I would love it if you would accompany us to this place.
You're not talking about a literal wheel, are you? Because there's like a bunch of us.
He laughs and he says, "No, the wheel is our capital. We call her that because she moves. The land moves her people as she sees fit. So we move with the wheel. I suggest you don't try to get too far away. You might have noticed that we have eyes pretty much everywhere."
Well, show us the way then.
Yeah,
follow.
he mounts up on his horse. He's not wearing a power armor frame. He's just a regular big ass dude.
Okay.
And he kind of rides with you, next to you, and chats along the way. You look back towards the train tracks, and the fire is going. It appears unsupervised or untended, but this doesn't seem to concern Val very much. And then behind that, you see just like golden green fields of grassland, flat as far as you can fucking see, and way off in the distance, a bank of dark thunder clouds, far behind you down the rail tracks. He says, "Well, it'll probably be about a day's march back to the wheel from here, so we've got some time to get to know one another if you're interested in learning where you are."
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Heck yeah.
How did you end up on that train anyway? You boys are very lucky.
You keep saying that. I have no goddamn idea how I got on that train. With respect, sir.
That's fair. What, did you just get shanghaied, or what? You ended up in a whorehouse out east, or out west, I should say, and woke up here, or what happened?
Last thing I know, we are headed off to Dodge City. Are we anywhere near that right now?
He laughs. You're closer than you were before, I reckon. But where's it y'all are from?
It's a little piece of land we call Longmount, Colorado, off to the base of the foothills in the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, you're pretty far from home. You don't have no idea how you ended up on these rails?
Well, we we picked up a bit of a distress call from our vault-dwelling friends here, Pip-Boy, and he's got reason to be searching for vaults, and they often provide a bit of adventure, which all of us are partial to. And but that's about as far as we can remember, and now we're here.
He looks down at your Pip-Boy and says, "Well, there ain't too many vault dwellers out these parts anymore. But I think the coward back at the wheel should be able to help you out with that there Pip-Boy."
Beg your pardon?
What?
Oh, the coward. Sorry. That's just our nickname for him. Many Shields will be
Ooh, snap!
able to probably give you a hand with that. And he kind of sits up taller on his horse and cracks his back a bit. "Your boy's hungry? You look slim."
I could eat. Johnny doesn't have to eat. He's not.
Yeah,
he's not.
he tosses you down some dried meat. from
Thank
he has
you.
a little pack that he's carrying. He tosses you down some dried meat.
Much obliged.
Of course. And then he kind of turns his head, eyes forward, and says, it's going to be a while, boys, so keep your strength up. We got water, we got rations if you need. We'll camp here once it gets dark, and we should make it back by mid-morning tomorrow.
I would like to, and we can RP or not RP as much of this as possible, but I would like to.
Like, you're fucking walking with this dude and a bunch of like weird ass ghillie suit wearing fucking rifle slingers. Like, what do you want to know?
I want well, see, and this is where the dramatic irony of the quiet year comes into play, because like I'm like, oh yeah, no, we know everything about the wheel, but like we don't at all.
You don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah, so like, could we get a quick refresher maybe, or like primer of like however much of this like society this guy's willing to share? Actually, wait, I have one quick question first.
Yes.
Character. Is this the sort of thing that happens often around here? Because this is our first time, and it was not gentle. It's like this train, it's all
You
very...
have a hell of a way of saying welcome. Like,
yeah,
damn.
it's a little bit fucked up. I'm not going to lie. How does this, like, whose train was that you guys were shooting people? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you were prisoners on what's called the Black Despair. It's a train run by fucking maniacal raiders. They're called the Locos because of locomotives. They think they're fucking clever.
It's not, though.
It's not. You're right.
Okay.
It's not fucking clever.
Yeah.
It's not fucking clever. Fuck those guys.
It's a little on the nose.
It's a little on the nose, right? Whoever came up with that fucking name for them is an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, those guys are terrible.
Fuck those guys. And he says, "Yeah, you were captives on the Black Despair. Locals are slavers, drug runners, thieves, murderers, guns for hire, just general pieces of shit. They've been rebuilding their rail lines in our territory pretty much as fast as we can rip them up, and they use the rail lines to move cargo." Humans, drugs, alcohol, firearms, whatever. So we shut them down where we can. We hit them when we can. But sometimes, like, they sneak past our defenses. They move fast. We don't have enough people in the area, but this time you got lucky and we were able to hit them as they were coming through.
I'd love to ask, how is it that you have an organized force like this? This takes a lot of coordination.
And he kind of looks around and he goes, well, yeah, we're the people of the land. This is our territory. This is...
Okay, Grant is impressed.
You're about as safe as you're gonna be between east and west right now. We're good at defending our land. We learned a long time ago how to do it.
Are you so? Are these locos then? Are they are there the only others who sort of stand? Because I mean, this is more people in this one little group that we have in our entire town back home. How many of them are you, and how many of there are them?
I don't know how many locos they are. They recruit fucking out of our territory. Up north, they get a lot of their men out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and out east, Missouri, farther. I think they're drawing people from east of the Mississippi now, even. They're not a huge problem for us. They move fast, but under cover of darkness. So nailing them is kind of like fucking whack-a-mole.
Curious indeed. Don't like those guys already.
Sorry, how are your standings with groups from further west? NCR, Legion.
When you say Legion, his smile fucking stops cold, and he stops his horse. What the fuck did you just say? What do you know about the Legion? You fucking tell me now. And two figures out in the grass kind of stand up.
God, I'm gonna hate these guys.
Oh yeah, I mean they're no friend of ours. Although we have met defectors who had good hearts further west of here.
He kind of narrows his eyes, says, if you want to know about Legion, you'd probably want to wander up to Anthony's Refuge. There's a lot of those types hanging out up there.
This refuge. There's more defectors, you say, from the Legion.
Legion, NCR, pretty much everywhere. If they don't want to become people of the land, they head on over to Anthony's Refuge and take up there. Yeah, there's ex-Legion up there for sure. Ex-NCR living neck and neck with them. Ex-Raiders, ex-Slavers, pretty much everything.
Yes, I mean, having a large melting pot like that sounds like a terrible idea. That's not like anything like the town that we're from. We don't have a super mutant or anything, I swear.
When you say super mutant, he kind of smiles. He goes, you might want to keep that word out of your mouth around here too.
What? So many questions.
Okay.
I was in the prequel and I still have so many questions. Okay, curious. Super mutants? Any of those things around these parts?
He kind of gives you a big smile, and he says, "The FEV affected a lot of people very differently. Just tread lightly around the subject is what I would recommend."
Fair enough. We've learned long enough. We've all been around quite long enough to know that you can't judge a book by its cover. There's one of our best friends is a ghoul. I mean, we take all kinds. So this refuge does sound interesting. I might not be interested to see it.
We're heading away from Anthony's Refuge right now. Our spring hunting and living grounds are to the south. Anthony's Refuge will be a couple days north of there.
Okay.
We're taking you to the wheel. We'll get everything sorted out then. And then we'll send you on your way.
Val, is there opportunity to speak with others who are as experienced as you? Surely your input would be of great help to us if we could ask some of yourself, perhaps when you have more time when we get there, and others. We, I'm sure, have lots of questions.
I'll answer anything that I can. I have no reason not to try to help you right now. You're visitors in our land, and you'll be welcomed as long as you follow the rules. You follow the gray law of peace, and peace will come to you.
I think we can abide by that.
Yeah, he kind of keeps riding. He's shaken off some of his cooler demeanor towards you. You can tell he was pretty rattled by that. Yeah. And yeah, also kind of didn't rattle him so much with the super mutant comment, but it was almost like you said like a very light like slur a little bit.
Yeah. I think I picked up on that. Yeah.
Like, we don't say that around here.
It's probably the mutant part. Yeah.
Probably the mutant part. The super
part is super.
It's to be called super.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I've made a note of that as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you ride for the rest of the day. You make chit chat. Everyone's pretty friendly to you. They answer what little questions you have, where you are, like what's going on, how much longer, like blah blah blah. You're fed, you're watered, and then what they bed down for the evening and make a really rough camp. You see really quickly animal hide tents kind of go up. You all are offered a small tent near the center of the camp. And you're told by the people guarding you, again, in the ghillie suits and the rifles, that, like, you know, you'll be watched. You're not being kept captive in any way, but, like, if you try to fuck around in the middle of the night or sneak away in the middle of the night or, you know, pull a general dick move,
They'll find out.
General dick move.
if you fuck around, you're gonna find out.
Okay, fair.
So you hunker down for the evening, and actually there is, I think, where we will take our mid-session break and start again in the morning with everybody. How does that sound?
Sounds like a good plan.
Sounds good. There's
All
one
right.
thing I'd like to
Thank
do.
you everyone for watching the first half. Please do come back for the second half. We're going to get back deep into the story, and maybe some answers will start to evolve. And we're also going to do our draw after this quick break. So let's call it a tight 15 at 8:45. We'll return, and we'll get back into it. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming back after the break. We have a giveaway.
Yes.
We got a giveaway. We got the spinning wheel of doom.
Spinning wheel of doom.
We got the spinning wheel of doom. Yeah, thanks everybody who entered on whether it was Instagram or Discord or to hear in the chat today. We had all kinds of ways to enter this one. Patreon members got an extra entry in there too. So we got lots of options for people to win, and there's a lot on the line. We've got some Modifius objective markers that we got printed off. They were part of the ModCon exclusive, the exclusive ModCon STLs that were provided during the stream. If you watched that, it was a great time. Thank you to Ryan Gale, one of our members in the chat here in Patreon community members, for printing these off for me, as well as for you, I guess I should say, because someone's going to win them, a WGNR apron, much like this one, will be on its way to you as well for all your crafting and or baking or whatever you wear an apron for needs, as well as a WGNR toque, of which I have an example of one somewhere. It exists. It is the toque. And I don't have my cup handy, but there will be a mug in there as well. So thanks everybody who entered. And are we ready to spin this wheel?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Spin that wheel.
Spin that
3,
wheel.
2, 1, go. Oh, it's going.
There it goes. Nobody
And
knows.
the winner
Nobody
is Thunderclap Dash. Thunderclap Dash, you are
Yay.
the
Congratulations, Thunderclap Dash.
Thunderclap Dash.
Dash.
If you're watching in the stream here today, then drop us a line at wgnewsradio@gmail.com. If this is one of the Instagram and or Discord folks, I will track you down through those apps there. But big congratulations to Thunderclap Dash for winning.
Congratulations. Good job,
Yeah,
Thunderclap Dash.
there you go, for winning the merch pack, as well as some exclusive ModCon Modifius objective markers. So there you go. We'll have some more giveaways going on as the season gets rolling. So yeah, that was the first of many. Stay tuned, and congrats to everybody who entered.
Yes, and we definitely want to see some photos of you rocking that swag so we can blast it out.
Big time. Blast that swag. Rocket that blast swag.
Smash that like, subscribe, whatever. Okay. And the curtain. All right. Night has fallen on the Kansas prairie, and you have all been given, a fairly sizable tent to reside in for the evening. Fires going at the center of camp. Crickets, you can hear. The cicadas are going off in the night. Thunder rolls somewhere off in the distance as you hunker down for the evening. You are exhausted. The day's march has taken it out of you, and it's been a big day. You woke up, memory gap, train wreck, lots of weird shit has been happening. You saw horses and also a mecha horse. Things are weird for you. Yeah, so the whole camp has hunkered down. You do not see that mecha horse or the large man in the power armor frame anywhere.
Okay.
However, there are other, ghillie suit wearing dudes hanging out and ladies and whomever hanging out, polishing their weapons, loading rounds, chatting amongst themselves. So we don't have to RP this evening too heavy, but Grant, what do you want to be doing for the evening?
Yeah, one sort of perceptual question. Does where we are look like a place they usually stop? Or can I determine, like, is this sort of a fresh location that is the grass all trampled down from like feet and horses and stuff? Or like
it's newly trampled down. It's not,
okay.
yeah, it's not like a hollow or something that you see has been well used or well worn.
Okay, and then so the only thing that I really would try to do is just observe how they operated to see if I could get any clues or cues from their behavior, if their procedures were that of other groups that I already had some exposure to. Like, do they act like NCR people, but they're not now? Like, I'm trying to figure out maybe how they operate and if I can figure anything else out about lore that way.
Ooh, I want to make you do a roll for this, actually.
Yeah, that feels reasonable.
Why don't you give me survival's the catch-all, but I don't want to hit like a there is no history. I want to do.
Could I be a cheese and do a charisma survival?
You know what? Do intelligence survival.
Okay. Intelligence.
Give me an intelligence survival check.
Survival.
Rolling in the deep.
Yeah. So about that, not able to discern.
You just missed it.
Yeah, just can't quite.
They don't operate like Legion. They don't operate like Raiders. They don't operate like NCR. They obviously, to you, have military training, but it's not established military like you would have seen from the NCR.
But like I could assume like very well run militia kind of level.
Yeah, I'll give you this: that you know your way around a gun. They know their way around a gun.
Okay.
Like they're taking their shit apart, their weapon apart, cleaning it. They're loading magazines very comfortably. They look very comfortable at what they're doing. I'll also say this: every once in a while, every couple hours, one or two of these ghillie suit wearing people will walk in from the grass and kind of crawl into a tent, and then another person will exit that tent and go out.
Like rotation of like shifts almost. Okay.
You can probably piece that together. They've got rotational watches.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm just basically standing back and observing. I'm impressed. I feel safe because we're not dead yet, which means I don't think they're going to. At least I'm hoping that
like makes eye contact. No one's approaching you to talk to you, but anyone that makes eye contact with you gives you a head nod and they address you.
Okay,
like, they're not being cold or weird or anything by any means, but they're like giving you a respectful space. You kind of get the sense that they're going about their fucking business. Like if I dropped you off at a Canadian Forces base and like they knew that you were a visitor and you were allowed to be there, but they also had work to do.
Sure.
Like, they just going about their fucking job, doing their shit, and if you don't get in the way, you're not really a problem.
They got more important shit going on than
totally
two dumb fucks at a
they're not there to babysit you. They don't
in
like
a yurt. Yeah.
I would be just respectful and observant for as long as it took to get to the hub.
Yeah, for sure. Johnny, what are you going to be doing for the evening?
Just gonna look to kind of hunker myself down. Like Johnny feels uneasy about not knowing why they came to be where they're at, so he's kind of gonna he's gonna prop his back up against something that he feels secure against, like if he's gonna turn in for the evening, right? He feels really uneasy, so he wants to try and defend himself as best as he can. Like he doesn't trust anybody, even though he's in a safe environment.
I'll sit with my back to Johnny Bottle Cap.
You're gonna pull a Forrest Gump? Lean up against me, I'll lean up against you. That way we don't get wet. Neither of us get wet.
Perfect.
Okay.
Keep our hands out of the mud.
Johnny needs some comfort, right? I like that scene.
And,
That's a cute little scene. Johnny needs some comfort, so Rifleman kind of is there. Cool,
and
cool,
Duke
cool.
lays up next to.
And Mr. Microwave, what are you doing?
Yeah, I will. Maybe I'll just track down Mr. Maverick if he's still kicking around, and or someone sufficiently who would have time to answer a couple questions. I think Mr. Microwave's pretty inquisitive about sort of these people in general. I think having like he was his former master was an explorer. Would go into like we've lost Justin.
Moose Internet strikes.
Moose is on the loose.
We've lost our overseer, so hold tight.
We should get that guy Starlink or something. It'd be better than municipal internet wherever he's at, I think.
Municipal internet. That's
Municipal
my least favorite
internet.
type of internet. So we're having a brief technical. We're vamping.
What? There we
Wait.
go.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, he's coming back. We're getting him back in. He's coming
We're still
in.
vamping.
We're
We
still
never stop.
vamping. We never stopping vamping.
Can't stop, won't stop vamping.
Can't stop, won't stop. Vamping. It's like
We
fate
should do
life.
some like ASMR. Like I'll just like rub my stubble on the microphone while we're waiting.
There we go. Okay, we got him back. There we go, folks.
Sorry, I'm not even
Apologies.
living out in the middle of nowhere anymore. I don't know why I just dropped out of the feed, but yes. So you were going to talk.
Oh, you're
Nope.
so choppy, and he's gone again.
Oh, I
Yes!
know.
getting
This was
robot.
actually all just my plan to usurp my usurped throne as overseer.
Since
And
he's gone, we need an overseer. Ryan, what do you think?
okay, well now I'm going to have a 20-minute scene of Mr. Microwave and an NPC talking to themselves because I'll just sit here and make noises with my mouth hole. And be that guy. Apologies, folks, for the little technical snafu there. But why don't we play a little game while in the meantime? So in the chats we had some folks talking about hypothesizing over our new mysterious folks in here. Looks like a lot of you have watched our Quiet Year setup episodes, which is pretty great. If you're missing any bits in there, don't worry, we won't gloss over the whole thing. But yeah, let's take some votes in the chat. What was the meat that was offered to Johnny? Was it A, Meyerlurk meat, B, gecko, or C, rad bison? Leave your vote in the chat below and let us know. And you won't win anything, but while you're voting for what's in Johnny's mouth, we're gonna get Justin back in. Just one moment.
What's in Johnny's mouth currently?
And we're getting him back, and we are back, and we're live. Ta-da!
Hey, yeah, sorry. I don't know. I don't even live in the middle of nowhere anymore. I don't know why that is. Anyway,
It wouldn't be an episode if
wouldn't be an episode if
Yeah.
I didn't fucking get booted out for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Microwave, you wanted to go talk to Val.
Yes, Val or someone of sort of that sort of level, or anyone who will be willing to entertain Mr. Microwave, asking some questions like some what's the not sociological I want to learn about their community. I want to learn about their sort of their ways and their society, because I would have done some traveling, meeting exotic tribes out in the Amazon, and meeting new cultures and stuff with my former master globetrotting. So yeah, I've got some.
Holy shit! You went down to the Amazon?
I went all over the place with my master Long. He was sponsored by Vault-Tec to travel about and learn all the mysteries of all the known world.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that I want to know what's their deal.
Yeah. So we don't have to RP it, but I'll just give you the Cole's Notes version of you learn that they are a nomadic society based on a set of laws passed down have pretty much hegemonic control over the Kansas territory. That they work on a elder system. So like there's a council of elders who are in charge, quote unquote. There are 5 elders, and then there are 2 branches. There's a military wing and a techno spiritual wing who kind of make up the bulk of the society. And then, pretty much everybody else just kind of like lives in peace, farms, hunts, follows, they craft, they are artisans, they have trade routes. It's a well-functioning society that pretty much we covered during the quiet year. So you get the gist of that, the Cole's Note version. Not super nuanced, but yeah.
They're a peaceful people just kind of doing their thing, and they're the big swinging dicks in this area.
Yeah, they are the force of the area for sure.
Cool. Yeah, that is what I'll do, and I will file it away in my memory banks because that's a thing that I like to do.
For sure. Yeah. So the night passes without much else happening. Fires kept crackling through the night. You all get some rest. If you were injured or damaged or whatnot, if you were hungry or thirsty, you are no longer. You are back to in perfect shape. And well before dawn, we're going to say like 4:30 in the morning, you're woken up to start packing up your own tent. And you kind of get a wake-up call, kick to the boots, and say, pack up your own tent and get it on a horse, and we're going to start moving in an hour. So
okay.
You go ahead and do that.
We do that.
Yeah, and well before dawn, you guys are back on the trail, and Val kind of rides back to you and says, well, we should make the wheel well before noon. So I'll give you more of a heads up and an orientation then, but try to keep out of trouble. And if you have any more questions, just go ahead and ask. But we're almost there. And everyone gets on the road, as it were, and you make your way. The morning is easy. It's a cool spring morning. There's fog over the low-lying areas on the prairie. It's quite beautiful. It's quite peaceful. And Johnny and Grant, actually, you notice something that you probably have also never seen before, is like an ecology, like an ecosystem. You see birds of prey riding thermals on the air. You see gliding in the sky, like rabbits. You catch a glimpse of rabbits. Fucking Duke is having a goddamn field day. There are smells. He's going absolutely ape shit for everything. There are a V of Canadian geese flying south. You see, there's shit happening here. Like, it's Mr. Microwave. You existed before the fall, so like you would notice this as being a land pretty fucking on the mend. Like, it's weird. It's striking you as very odd.
It does indeed. That was kind of my whole thing with the horse. So this seems to be not just it seems to be the region, not just that species or breed of animal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it very much seems like the whole region is healing.
It's on the mend.
Yeah, and as you make your way, the sun rises. It's a very beautiful, nice day. Some light cloud cover, and the moving is easy. You're fed breakfast, a walking breakfast again of dried meats and a handful of assorted mute fruits and whatnot. And they fill your water skins, and you keep on marching. It is just before midday when you crest a very small hill, and you look down into a shallow valley, and there you see what you can only assume to be the wheel. It is a pretty tight collection of semi-permanent structures, some Quonset huts, some, again, more yurts, some animal skin tents you can see. It is set up astride a slow-moving, broad, fairly shallow river that winds through the middle of it. And you can see a very large structure at the rough center of this wheel. And out from this structure are several pathways that these other structures are built up around, kind of in wedges. And around the outside of this settlement, you see some large timber towers with a small hut on top. But one thing that you notice is there's no concrete, no steel, nothing heavy, and also no walls. There's no walls surrounding this thing. There's only those sort of high watchtowers. And Val rides up next to you, behind you, and says, "Well, boys, this is it. Welcome to the wheel. This is the capital of our society." And he kind of like looks down and smiles at it, and he says, "I really love when we're here in the spring. It's a beautiful territory. Well, come on."
I agree.
It's quite lovely indeed.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming us in here.
Can we get an idea of the size? Like, how many people roughly does it look like might, several hundred, several thousand?
You would bet it's probably north of 1,000.
Okay.
Like, it's a sizable settlement, and it's not like a ramshackle tent city or anything. Like, it is. You can tell that they're semi-permanent structures, like they're built to move, but it's been planned. Like, everything seems to be in its right place. And as you get closer, maybe about a kilometer outside, the train the train stops. Not the train, but like your procession stops, and you hear a sharp bird whistle from the large man in the power armor suit, riding his mechanized horse.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is returned with another bird whistle from closer to the hub. And at that, figures start popping up from the tall grasses around the hub. And you see mirror flashes from the towers. And there's some cheering. Everyone's being welcomed back home. And your procession moves forward towards the center of the hub.
Yo, what's the robo horse?
You're a bit too far away.
Ah, you son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah.
You're a bit too far away, but
That's all I want.
it's a robo horse. Like,
okay.
it looks. Actually, I'll give you this. Give me a science and intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. I'm good at this actually. Target number is a 14. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. An 18 and a 19 again.
No way.
Oh,
No way. Does anybody else want to try?
Fuck.
Does anyone else want to fucking look at this thing and give me a science and intelligence check?
Yeah, I will.
Johnny
why
and
you're
Grant, give me both. Give me one both.
This
One
is
each?
ridiculous.
Just one dice?
Yes. No. Both of you roll. I just need a success from anybody.
My target number is a 4, by the
my
way.
God. And he's gonna crit it.
An 18 and a 15. Get
Nope.
out of here. Get out of here.
All right.
Wow.
I'm rolling. Oh my, an 18 and a 13.
We don't know.
Christ.
we
Yeah,
don't
it's
know what
a
our
fucking
fucking are.
steel horse. On a steel horse, this guy rides. I don't know what to fucking tell you guys. Like,
Wanted dead
yeah,
alive.
he's on a weird dog.
It's Bon Jovi on a steel horse he rides. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah, he's on a big weird dog, guys. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the procession moves down the broad center sort of pathway towards the hub of the wheel, and Val rides up to you. He says, "All right, well, we're past the perimeter, so looks like everything is fine. You boys, if you'll follow me to our quartermaster, we're going to drop off these munitions now. If you can describe to me exactly what your fucking gear was, I will give it to you." And then he kind of points at Johnny and he says, "If you fuck around or you lie to me, you get nothing." Okay? So
Well, shit, mister. That was pretty pointed.
don't try to. Oh yeah, and we had a fucking fat man and a little boy on that. No, you fucking didn't. All right. If you can tell me exactly what your gear looks like, I'll give it to you. But if you lie about anything, you don't get anything. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got you.
I had a big mechanical horse.
Fair.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I have a big, weird, cool horse. Yeah. So
Oh, you found my horse.
he takes you into the core of the wheel, and there's a reinforced Quonset hut surrounded by razor wire with a little secure kiosk at the front and the big door hangers that you would see on the front of it. And you see people loading the spoils from the train hit into it. And he says, "So, boys, yeah, why don't you tell me what you were carrying when you got?" And we don't have to role play this. You describe your equipment, unless you want to fuck. If you want to fuck around, you can try.
Nope.
Nope.
I got nice stuff, and I only want that back.
Yeah. So you describe your equipment properly. Unfortunately, he didn't have there. You were empty on flamer fuel. They don't have flamer fuel. There's no flamer fuel on that train.
God,
There's no propane
difficulty. What's happening?
And yeah, you get all your equipment back. So you are back up. He also sets you up with some of those rations that you were eating on the march. He says, "Well, I'm not going to send you out into the world without anything to eat. So here you boys go."
Thanks.
Do you mind letting us know what is this? It's very good.
Oh, the jerky?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. We got some that stuff that I gave you there is that's a gecko variety. That's delicious. I love that shit. It's way better than the Mirelurks. Oh fuck, Mirelurk jerky is the worst. We smashed some mute fruit into the dried meat, and it's like it's quick energy, man. It'll keep you going for a long time. The guy on the big metal horse kind of rides up and says, "Val," and kind of nods at him. Who are your new friends? And do you want to introduce yourselves?
Jack, go through the pleasantries.
Yeah, Val kind of. Hey. These are the survivors that we pulled off the train. Yes, I gathered that. I see that you've been re-equipped, gentlemen, and this is your robot.
I am my own robot, sir. You all seem to have a very interesting ideas about possession of robots. I go where I please, thank you, but for all intents and purposes, yes, I'm theirs.
The new person, steely faced, doesn't smile, doesn't nod. He kind of just blankly addresses you.
Can we see his face? Does he have power armor helmet on?
No, he's just wearing a frame, just the power armor frame.
Oh, okay. So he's got
his face is out.
Okay,
you can tell this guy looks like Val, just like 30 years older.
Okay.
They're the spit and fucking image. Val's a little smaller and a little bit trimmer around the waist. This guy's got a little bit of an old man paunch. And also, he is missing his left arm. His left arm is not in the power armor frame, but the power armor frame is still moving.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
But yes, sorry. My name is Mr. Microwave, and we do all the pleasantries and stuff. Sorry, what is your name, sir? I didn't catch it there.
I'm Thomas Maverick. I'm the war chief of the people of the land.
Quiet year, Easter eggs. I'm loving it. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. You're the I'm sorry, war chief?
I'm the war chief of the people of the land, yes.
Do you have much occasion for warring?
At that, he kind of just cocks his eyebrow up at you like you just asked the dumbest question that he's heard in a while.
Cool.
And no answer comes from him.
Okay.
He just turns to Val and says, Val, get these rookies equipped and out of the hub. Which you gather is you're not being expelled from the wheel, but you're in a sensitive area right now.
Sure. So there's the hub is like the
hub is the
center
center
of the wheel. Okay.
Yeah.
Does Rifleman think it would be appropriate to ask if any mercenary work was coordinated? Like, is
Does
there any way
Rifleman
that we
think that?
can help? Yeah. Do I think that it's wise to ask this?
I'm asking, do you think it's wise to ask this?
Yes.
What do you want to do? If you want to ask the question.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rifleman would like to ask the question. Is there any way that we can put certain of our skills to use? And I sort of tap to my rifle.
Yeah. At this, Val kind of jumps in and he goes, you know what? Like I said before, Val's nervous. Val's super nervous. And he goes, like I told you before, if you want to go see the coward, and as soon as he says coward, he is straight knocked to the ground. The guy, the man on the horse, Thomas, smacks him in the back, sends him flying with the power armor, and turns on him and points down at the ground where he's at, towards Val, and says, Eugene Many Shields was a lion in the unification. You never, ever say that to me again.
Ooh, so he just acted up and got smacked up?
A little bit. And at that, Thomas does not address you at all. He just gets back on his mechanical horse and rides off.
Okay.
Val kind of gets to his feet and he's got his hand to his ear. And you can already see a welt forming on the side of his face. He got smacked. And he goes, ugh. And he looks over and the other man is far enough away and he says, yeah, go see Many Shields and he'll probably be able to help you either with some merc work or with that Pip-Boy there. Anyway, boys, right. And you can tell his pride. Okay. You can kind of see he's a big man, and his shoulders have kind of slumped a little bit. He you can kind of tell that he feels a little bit belittled there. And he says, sure. I've got other things to attend to here, gentlemen. So I hope I see you around sometime. If you find any work, come back and spend some caps here, all right? And then at that, he busies himself with helping the people load crates and munition and stuff into the armory.
Did we grok where we could find Many Shields?
He pointed over, okay. He kind of pointed in a general direction. And made haste to busy himself. You kind of feel Grant. You kind of picked up on this a little bit more than the others. I think you feel he was a bit embarrassed by that.
Yeah, I'm picking that up. Getting smacked by your superior officer would be Very difficult thing to do.
Not
And
like-
Dad.
And dad. Gotta
Yeah.
be a dad.
Gotta
Gotta
be
be
dad.
Gotta be dead.
All right. So yeah, you're pointed in the direction of Many Shields' shop.
Yep.
While we're sort of just traveling that way, I want to be sort of directing beelining there, but just sort of quickly like huddle with the gang as we go, like sort of while like looking at all the new sights and sounds and smells and stuff. Be like, gentlemen, I'm a little bit. I have to say, I'm still quite disturbed about how we came to be here, and there is something we haven't quite talked about yet either. Is if we're here, how on earth do we get back to? Well, do we even need to go back to Dodge City, or worse, how do we get home?
I say we see where this goes for now. We're here, aren't we?
That's true. I mean, we don't have. This is where we are at the moment.
We came out this way looking for some adventure, and I get the sense that these folks know how to make that or find it.
Well, I certainly hope so. At the very least, I'm curious as to what may have occurred, but at least maybe we can make ourselves of some sort of use while we're here.
That's the spirit.
I agree.
If they don't find you handsome, they might find you handy.
They might find you.
Hey, because you're Mr. Handy.
Hey, that's Mr. Andy.
It's Mr. Handy was my father.
Please
Be a quirk.
be
Call
handy.
me James.
Can it be a quirk that advertisements for your model just randomly play out your speaker from time to time?
Just every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mr. Handy.
Impress your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys start making your way through the wheel, and you ask around. Grant, give me a chance to generate bottle caps for you. A challenge 0 perception check.
Well, now that it's just a no big deal, it's gonna be
Here's a real underhand pass for you, bud.
perception.
That's not my purse.
Come on.
Hey.
Oh, that was also only a single. So,
Oh.
but I think that's a success because that's under my. So
Yeah.
one roll, 1d20 was a
Hey,
success.
you succeeded. You generated an action point. Good job.
We got action.
Okay.
Grant, you notice something that you haven't seen in a long time, probably since your caravanning days when you were a young man.
Okay.
There are fucking kids everywhere.
Whoa! Wow.
They're running around, they're laughing, like they're playing like hoops on a stick, ball. They're playing tag. Like there's a lot of kids around. They don't like obviously the younger ones are with their moms or dads or whomever you assume family members, but
Yep.
You've noticed that there's a huge amount, like there's a lot of kids, and they all seem to be fed, healthy, happy, clean. Like there's shit going on here.
Yeah.
You notice there's shops and intermingled with what you assume to be multi-generational family dwellings. Like you see a lot of old people living with young people, old people taking care of kids. Right now it's midday. You don't see a lot of younger folk in the wheel right now. It's mostly old people and children.
Okay.
I would just maybe don't have to RP it, but just I would ask around and ask people if the workers are like outside of the wheel during the daytime.
Yeah, you get a couple, when you ask a question like that, you get a couple quizzical looks of like, that's like you kind of figure like, why are you wearing pants? Is like a question that you just asked.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Like people are
Right.
like, they're out hunting, or they're out doing, or they're working, or they're,
Yeah.
they're out doing their
Yeah.
thing. The sun's up. What are you talking about?
Right.
And you ask for directions to Many Shields'
shop, and you get very clear directions and make your way there. No problem. Outside of Many Shields' shop, you see a man sitting on a fence post, a horse hitching post, smoking a hand-rolled cigarette, wearing animal leathers, and carrying a rifle. He's got his hood up a little bit. You can still see his face. He's not trying to hide or anything. And he's wearing some soft-soled leather shoes, just kind of relaxing on the fence post, smoking a cigarette.
Is he? Well, I mean, everyone here is friendly looking, I imagine. Or
he doesn't look like the others in the wheel. He's dressed in a bit of a different way. He's a little bit scragglier. He's got more facial hair. He looks well, a little bit more well worn, and younger. Like he's a younger person.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Many Shields?
He takes a long drag of his cigarette and smiles at you and laughs. Hey there. No, I'm not Many Shields. No, he's inside.
Well, all right. My apologies. Who might you be then?
My name? Oh, that's funny. I've never heard a robot ask my name. Hi. My name is Terry. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What's your name there?
Introduce
myself.
Mr.
Mike. Oh, that's an interesting name. What is a microwave?
It's a kind of funny. I don't remember. And like do like a quick like go through like my data banks and like, oh right, it was a device used to cook food, mainly pizza, at very hot temperatures. It would allegedly burn the roof of your mouth. I don't have one, so
So like a fire? Like it's a fire? Why wouldn't you just say you're Mr. Fire? That's a fucking rad name, Mr. Fire.
That is pretty dope, I have to say, but that's not the one that was given to me. And like quickly give like a stare, like all three of my eyes turn at Grant like super quickly, like thanks, bud.
Anyway, yeah, if you're looking for Eugene, he's inside there, and he's in a bit of a mood right now. So just be aware. He kind of looks around.
I just asked quickly, do you mind just giving us a bit of a heads up about what, so we don't ask any sensitive questions?
Great.
Wow, you really aren't from around here, eh?
That's correct.
If I knew what was bothering Eugene Many Shields, I would probably be a rich man. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay. Anyway, well, nice to meet you, Mr. Weird Microwave, and your traveling companions. If you boys wouldn't happen to be looking for some work now, would you?
We are actually.
Excellent. I have an amazing opportunity for you. Okay. Do you know anything about about hunting?
I sort of pause for a second and then nod. Yes. Yeah, I have hunted.
Perfect. Awesome. I am looking for experienced hunters to accompany me, also an experienced hunter. We're score of a lifetime. There is a golden gecko matriarch holed up in a cave near here. Unfortunately, I don't have the firepower to go in there myself, but I think with some backup, I could get the job done.
A golden gecko? What?
Not
geckos?
just a golden gecko, the golden gecko. The one who is spawning all the geckos around here. The brood queen.
But geckos, they're only, I like pull up my pincer, like they're only, about this big or so. They're just small creatures. You can't be too terrified of geckos.
He points to a wooden A-frame with like very large lizard-like pelts hanging on them. And he goes, "Those look small to you there, bud."
Oh my goodness. And like I'll go and like start like peering over it.
Yeah, I'll go and do a little examination as well.
Yeah, none of these are like especially golden. They're kind of green brown, but they're thick, large reptilian hides.
Okay.
Those I caught last week. They're still curing, and those go for about 25 caps a piece. So I made a fairly good haul off of that. Golden gecko hides, however, can go upwards of 100, if 200 caps a piece, maybe.
Oh, dang.
We could get, plus there's, and then he kind of like tries to put the words back in his mouth. Never mind. No. We'd have to go visit Dr. Semmelweis for that. She's up in Anthony's Refuge, but like she also has an interest in getting rid of these geckos in the area. So
maybe
there
one
might be
of
a little
our
extra
more
money for your ones.
charismatic player characters could entice him for some information, because mine is dog shit.
Yeah, I nudge Johnny.
Certainly we are quite capable individuals. Surely we could be of assistance to whatever cause could require our assistance.
Oh, I'm gonna love having a conversation with you. You speak goofy, you know that? You sound really weird.
I have heard that before.
That's funny. Where's that accent from?
Oh, it's from here and there.
You just picked it up along the way there, eh?
That's right, pal. You know it.
I could be, you know what? I'm feeling magnanimous. How about 50 caps to hire the threes of you on to get this job done? Plus, then we would split whatever profit that we could, 50-50, 50 to me, 50% to you, from the sales of whatever hides we can pull back.
Johnny kind of just looks back at Grant like he's asking Dad's permission.
Yeah, Grant is going to put aside the urge to be confrontational, so I'll just nod at Johnny.
You got yourself a deal, mister. And Johnny like sticks his hand out.
Oh boy, this is going to be great. He takes both of his hands and wraps them around your hand and shakes it. He says, "This is just going to be the best partnership you've ever had." I said,
"I love the optimism. This is going to be super duper."
You know what? I like your optimism too. It is amazing that like no one around here has this positive can-do attitude.
There's not enough of that, if you ask me. Now, if you ask me,
you are telling me, brother. All right, well,
digital eyes rolling while he's like two nicest guys in the wasteland have like a
no
nice
after
off
you no
in the middle of
you.
So yeah, I mean, go in and
that was my next question.
do whatever you need to do with many shields, and I'll be out here waiting for you. Name's Terry again, Trapper Terry.
Trapper Terry, fucking Terry, bud.
Fucking Terry, bud.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hey there. Hold there.
I introduce myself and I make to enter the structure.
Yeah, it is a very large sort of domed-ish. It's like a very, very large hangar. And it's kind of piecemeal of corrugated aluminum, like light materials, light but sturdy, and like animal skins and whatnot, thicker animal skins to fill it out where you think that they've maybe run out of the more rare material. And when you walk inside, you see machine benches. You see steel punches. You see assortments of tools lined up on workbenches, very fastidiously maintained and cleaned. You see tools hanging from walls and pegboards. Like this is a very well-maintained, well-run, well-ventilated machine shop that you've just walked
I'm impressed.
Cool.
Yeah, you see
yeah.
ammo loading benches, you see bandsaws, and like it's if you needed to make something, you could make it here.
Grant is chuffed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an empty power armor frame or power armor stand, not stand. What are they called? Power armor
the workbench. But
workbench.
there's not an empty frame.
There's not an empty frame in it. There's just the power armor workstation in the
Okay.
corner, and it appears to be empty.
Johnny runs up to the empty frame. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm Power Armor," and he's kind of
Hey guys, I'm Power Armor.
You hear clearing of your throat from down the hall.
oh yeah, never mind.
I turn to address.
Yeah, out from a workbench steps a diminutive man, wiping his hands with a rag. He was working on something in the workbench and is walking down the fairly long row towards you. They've laid down large plates on the ground, not of steel. It is a different material. It's
Metal?
no. When you tap your foot, it's definitely not metal. It's hard, it's rigid, not metal. Anyway, he's walking down the hall and cleaning his hands, and he hasn't really said anything. He's small in stature, and he is wearing large glasses on his forehead. Appear to be medical in nature. Walks up towards you.
I clear my throat.
Eugene Many Shields, I presume.
He nods. Blank stare at you. Doesn't say anything. Just you heard the affirmation.
We are honored to be in your presence, sir.
He kind of like looks inquisitive of that, like what the fuck? He still hasn't said anything.
I understand that your work in the unification brought peace to many.
At that, yeah. He's just going to very quietly say, "Get the fuck out of my shop."
Okay. I leave the shop. I apologize, and I leave the shop. I say also that
like,
I
just want you to get the vibe of what just happened. That was
Yeah.
like, as player characters, you just walked into like a machine shop and saw a guy come out and said like, "Hey, heard you killed a lot of Nazis in the war, Pop."
Yeah, okay. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're done.
Maybe,
You're
maybe that wasn't the play, Rifleman. Sorry, bud.
Wow, I thought that was a shoot. I was like, look at the big brain on Grant here, like using like the one thing we've overheard about this guy.
No,
and
no,
like
it was good. I'm
it
not
was-
trying to shut you down as a player.
I love it.
Yeah, so you probably leave the shop.
Fuck. I want to like as we're leaving,
I'll just
like,
wait outside.
Yeah.
I'll let
and,
myself out.
While we're getting like ushered out, like
No. He's not. He didn't move. He just said to
okay.
Grant, "Get the fuck out of my shop," and then
Okay.
Grant got the fuck out of his shop.
Yep. Okay. We leave the shop.
No.
Grant.
Only Grant.
Just Grant has left.
Only Grant.
Only Grant. I'll let myself out.
I thought we all just got unceremoniously like fucking kicked from the server here, but okay, all right. Okay, then the two of us are still in there. I disagree.
He says very quietly, Mr. Handy model, and then he rattles off your model number and walks up to you and like pulls his spectacles down and starts inspecting you. He says, "You are in remarkably good shape for," and then he kind of gently spins you.
Okay, sure.
On your jet.
Weird axis thing. Yeah.
Yes. You've seen some action for sure.
Well, you're not looking too bad yourself, sir.
I haven't seen many of your model in some time. Robots are a bit of a rarity around here.
Yes, I dare say I haven't noticed any machinations around.
And you, the Vault Dweller.
Hi, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's been going on with us, because we woke up on that black despair, and I have no idea.
When you say black despair, his face changes. What did you just say?
I said we were on that goddamn train, and I have no idea how I got there.
The Black Despair.
That's right.
That's the one. Hell of a name for a thing.
Yes, indeed it is. He's also like, I said he's a diminutive in stature. He is very, like, he's a small dude. Like, Johnny, he's like, what, you said, how tall are you?
Like under 6 feet tall, 5'10", something like that.
Okay, yeah, he's probably a head shorter than you.
Oh, okay.
So he's like,
he's a wee boy.
5'2".
Yeah.
He says, and what is it that brought you here? What can I help you with?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'm just trying to figure out how the hell we got here, but those answers don't seem to be coming easily. So, I just figured we could probably lend some assistance to y'all since we're here, and you might find we're actually quite capable.
Your Pip-Boy didn't record? You have no path that was recorded on your Pip-Boy? Why don't you just check your records?
Do what now?
He kind of like looks at you like, have you ever seen a Pip-Boy? And he like, may I?
Sir, I see this thing every day. I have no goddamn idea how to use the half of it.
He said, yeah. He says, "May I?" And he takes your arm and starts fiddling with it, clicking through. He says, And he continues to go for a couple minutes. He says, "Well, that's very interesting. All of the data over the last, looks like over 6 months, has been corrupted, and that would be a very hard thing to do to a Pip-Boy, actually." And he kind of like lets your arm go. Well, sorry, I couldn't have been more of assistance, and goes walking back towards his machine bench.
So I guess that's it then, hey?
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I hate to be a bother, but I mean, we were told that perhaps you might be able to give us some sort of assistance, or that we might be able to assist you. I apologize that we got off on such a wrong foot with our compatriot there, but
he interrupts you, and he says, I don't work for free.
Well, neither do we.
Bring me 200 bottle caps, and I will do what I can to restore the data on your Pip-Boy. Thank you. And he continues, and he just walks away, walks back to his bench.
That's a bizarre fellow, is he not, Master Bottlecap?
Johnny turns out his pockets, and they're completely empty.
A moth flies out.
Yeah, like a puff of air that's different.
Yeah, just dust falls out of them.
I'm flat broke, so 200 caps is gonna be a problem for me.
Well, if this Trapper Terry says that we can gain quite a hefty sum from these gecko hides, that yeah, I guess like I'll exit the building now at this point. But like, I want to canonically say that like Mr. Microwave's like got like he's a little turned on by all the like machinery and like the like functioning, because like this whole place feels like kind of agrarian or whatever, right? And then to see like, you know, somebody who knows what a Mr. Handy is, I'm very intrigued by this fellow and his technology. But exit the building and communicate to Rifleman that I'm not sure exactly what it is you said to quite drive him in the wrong direction, but if we're willing to pay him 200 bottle caps, then he says he might be able to restore the information on Master Bottle Cap here's Pip-Boy, which might reveal a little bit of what exactly happened to us in this missing period.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a pretty decent plan. I'm all for getting down, do some dirty work here, roll up our sleeves, and spend some ammo.
At the as you're having this conversation, a group of probably about 15 kids, youth, are laughing and screaming and like kind of, you know, playing tag and whatever. They're running towards Mini Shield's shop, and as they get closer, they all kind of stop and align themselves in rank and file and kind of like, okay, we're gonna do it. All right, you good? And they line up, and they are all wearing similar clothing. They're all wearing not jumpsuits, overalls. They're all wearing sort of like overalls, and they with their arms, sleeves rolled up, hair is tied back, and they walk into Many Shield's shop. Some of them are carrying books with them.
Okay.
On ruined books.
Huh.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Clock that. A little bit of a little maybe after school program, or maybe just a school program going on here. Interesting.
Neat. Yeah. Okay.
Says, well, Terry pipes up. He says, well, hey, man. That might just be the fastest I've ever seen someone tossed out of Many Shield shop. Holy shit. When I said he was in a bad mood, you just took that and fucking threw it immediately away, huh?
That guy is ever in a mood that's not like that?
Not ever that I've ever seen, no. Nope. He's always pretty much like that. Yep.
So then what good was the warning, mister?
I just wanted you to have a heads up. Like, walk on eggshells.
I'm sorry, I'm lashing out at you. He really laid in.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. I understand. You just had a really bad go. I get it. I understand.
That was highly unpleasant.
He's actually mostly a very nice enough gentleman. He's just wow. What the fuck did you say to him in there?
Yeah, I guess talking about the unification wasn't the best idea I've ever had.
Hands on his head. What the fuck? You don't have, mister, have you ever seen violence or action up close?
Apparently not.
You just walk into a stranger's shop and ask him about the fucking worst days of his life? Jesus. Oh,
I mean,
man. No
50,
wonder he got
50.
fucking kicked out of there.
It was a 50-50 shot. I mean, it could have been gone the other way. We don't even know what the unification is. We're kind of working on little to no information here at the moment, sir.
Yeah, he
So
kind of
at
didn't answer the question.
this, Terry will fill you in a little bit. He's speaking as an outsider. He talks about how several decades ago, the people of the land were unified during the unification,
Okay.
which was a series of both diplomatic and like conquest campaigns to unite all the tribals in the area under one banner, the Great Law of Peace.
Kind of like a Civil War sort of situation.
Sort of, a little bit. Yeah, less two factions, more like, yeah. So while a great majority of tribals wanted this to happen, not everyone agreed, obviously. And the unification was, you get the sense from Terry telling you that it's a good thing that it happened, but it was very, very hard on a lot of people. And there were like battles fought over it.
Okay.
So maybe some ghosts. Maybe a few ghosts in the or skeletons in the closet over that.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
I love ghosts.
Interesting.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
Okay. Not the shiny, happy people necessarily that they are now. Okay. Cool.
Steel cut people. They've been through hell and back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am getting like a deep respect the more I'm hearing. Rifleman is in his happy place.
Yeah, I think that Rifleman, from what you've seen about like these people, they're kind of your speed. They're capable, quiet. They walk softly, carry a big fucking stick, is what you get the sense of a lot of these people. Yeah. Especially the ones carrying weapons. Yeah, so Terry is like stoked. Hey, yeah, so what do you need? You got ammo? Like, you ready to go? You got supplies? Like, I'm ready to head out. Is that a fucking dog?
Yeah, I let Dookie Boy go and say hi.
Yeah, he kneels down. He's like, oh my God. I used to have a German Shepherd growing up. No lie. What's this guy's name?
This is Duke here.
No fucking way. My dog growing up was Duchess. That's incredible.
Long lost dog
this
family.
Guy.
He's scratching the back of his ears. Oh, you're such a good boy. Oh, hey, oh man. Where'd you get him?
From the perimeter of Dogtown. Saved him from probably a pretty rough go otherwise.
You guys are out from Denver way, eh?
Not guilty as charged.
This guy's been around.
Oh no, I never been there myself. That's a bit farther west than I venture to go. I mostly do the route north and south, down to Kansas, and then back up north for the winter.
You pass by Lincoln that often?
No, you couldn't pay me enough bottle caps to go through Lincoln. I enjoy having the skin on my body and my head on my neck.
They have the whole place, eh?
The Raiders?
The Locos.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, the Locos control all of that territory up there. And these weird fucks with machetes.
I don't like the sounds of that at all.
Elaboration.
They're from the Bible. The fucking guy. He had all the demons inside of him. What's Legion. They call themselves the Legion.
Okay, sure. But yes,
okay.
Those ones we are familiar with, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're fucking rampant up there. Something happened and they flooded in a couple years back and just fucking set up shop with the Locos. They don't venture down here too often. Anyone who gets close enough, the coyotes take them out, no fucking problem. They are kill on sight. If you are wearing red or gold, you're fucking dead, bud.
How far north is it exactly you're from there, Mr. Terry? Your accent is quite odd. It's hard to place.
Oh, I'm down from the Sioux.
Interesting. Farther north than I assumed. The bud drops have me feeling reminiscent of our Canadian neighbors to the north.
You've never heard of Sault Ste. Marie?
Oh, wow. Snap. Okay. Yep. There it is. We got our first Canadian character in the show.
Canadian character.
Wow.
Trapper Terry.
He's made some moves, hey?
Fuck it. I wanted to add a full-on fucking Canadian down here.
I'm here for it. There was there was an A in there, and then like a couple buds, and I was like, okay, something.
Oh yeah, and
going on.
by the way, he's always smoking darts. He's always hacking darts.
Fucking Terry hacking darts, bud. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Grant, you notice the rifle that he is carrying on his back.
Okay.
It is exquisite. It is a very, very well-maintained rifle. It is ancient by your estimation. And also the barrel has been like filigreed. There's decoration all down the barrel. The stock as well has been very expertly carved into a nature scene with some animals. You can make out an elk on it as well. And from the stock on a leather thong hangs a couple of bird feathers. You can't quite tell what they are, but they look like bird of prey feathers.
Okay.
He also wears a bandolier of wax sealed rifle rounds. So like it looks like he's been making his own bullets. His clothes look to be very well expertly made, hand stitched, like animal road leathers. They look like road leathers, but they're made out of animal skin, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm very impressed. Is there any sort of like, could I do like a repair roll to get a sense of like, did this guy do his work himself, or does it look like someone else's work? Would I have any way of knowing that?
Give me actually give me a perception plus repair. That's a weird combo, but I like it.
Sure.
Perception repair. I'm rolling.
Perception repair.
2 successes.
Oh, awesome. It looks multi-generational.
Okay.
It looks like it's all very well done, but it looks like where one person has stopped, another person has started.
Okay.
So like it's a mosaic. It's all very, very well done, but it looks like it's done by different artists or artisans, I should say. And he seems to be very proud of it. It's in a like leather rifle sheath on his back. But you can tell like it's very well taken care of. So hey bud, daylight's burning. Anytime you guys want to get on the road.
I'm concerned about not having any gasoline for my flamer here, but I don't imagine that's something that these folks might have a lot of, and I feel like if anyone had it, it's the guy who just gave us the bum's rush out of his establishment.
He doesn't give away anything for free. So unless you got the caps, he doesn't have the time for you.
Nope, I'm just running on fumes. Fair enough.
All right.
Well, I would suggest that we get rolling. I have enough to go shoot some things.
You have been given a quest. Your quest is down the Golden Geck Road. Terry helped clearing out the Golden Gecko matriarch lair. He has been hired to bring her hide to Ingrid Semmelweis of the Homesteaders, who is sick and tired of treating gecko bites and rabies.
Sick and tired of these motherfucking geckos in this motherfucking prairie.
And at that, I think that is our first episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Dang, we got one in the can, boys.
There it is. First episode.
Ding, ding, ding.
Neutrons more.
Wow.
Yes, I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you all for coming out. Congratulations to the winner. What was the name again? It was Thunderclap.
Thunderclap something or other.
Yes, Thunderclap. Congratulations on your win. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for joining us on our new time and day. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone loved the first episode, and in 2 weeks we will be back for the second. I understand this was pretty narrative RP heavy, but we kind of had to get into it, and hopefully
over the next couple of weeks, everything picks up. And I'm so excited where we're going with this story. I have a lot of great ideas, and I hope that you all come back and see where we go with this season. Thank you so much, everyone.
Quick programming note too as well. A big thank you to everyone who donated this episode too, because gents, our tracker, we're already well on the way of our season goal. We're at $22.50 already of a $2,500 goal.
Oh man, that's incredible.
$350 thrown into the can in this one episode alone from you fine folks. So that's amazing. Thank you all so much for that. Tell your friends, tell everyone you know, tell your mom, tell your enemies about the fundraiser there. It's going great because of folks like you. So thanks a ton for that. Absolutely amazing. And and check out the Quiet Year episodes if you haven't already.
Yes, absolutely. We had a lot of fun making them.
Yeah, and they're a lot of fun to get you sort of a primer for this next season. They're not required viewing, but it doesn't hurt to get some lore, and we all know about Fallout. It's the lore, baby.
It's the lore. All right, thank you so much, players, and we'll see you all back in a couple weeks. Play that outro music.
Oh, we got it spinning, baby. It's time for a hoe down. We're gonna be back 2 weeks time. What's that, everybody? Is that the 16th? We got the 16th,
16th.
And then we got plans. We got plans for Halloween. So adios, everybody. We'll see y'all
everyone.
on the other side. Adios, muchachos.